My dad started dating someone my age, so I gave him a mirror he wasn't ready to look at. My dad became the walking stereotype of a midlife crisis after divorcing mom. At 54, he started dating Catherine, a 22-year-old Instagram influencer he met at some networking event. I'm 28. She's literally 6 years younger than me. But dad acted like he'd discovered the secret to eternal youth instead of just becoming another cliche. He'd parade Catherine around town like a trophy, taking her to his country club, bringing her to family dinners, even showing up at mom's favorite coffee shop every week just to flaunt his upgrade. The worst part? His complete lack of self-awareness. He'd make gross jokes about trading in for a newer model while his golf buddies high-fived him. Meanwhile, mom sat alone at family gatherings while Catherine giggled at dad's stories about the good old days, which happened before she was even born. Every time I tried talking to him about how inappropriate this looked, he'd brush me off with condescending lectures about how I'd understand when I got older. The irony was lost on him completely. Things escalated when dad announced he was throwing Catherine a massive pool party for her 23rd birthday. He invited all his business partners, golf buddies, and their wives. But the real kicker? Catherine's sorority sisters were flying in from college. I realized what this really was: a creepy networking event for middle-aged men to meet college girls. The mental image made me sick. That's when I snapped and decided to give dad exactly what he was serving. I spent the next week at upscale wine bars downtown, specifically targeting distinguished older gentlemen. That's where I met Richard, a charming, recently widowed 58-year-old surgeon, 4 years older than dad. When I explained I needed a date to make a statement at a family party, Richard was intrigued enough to agree. I mentioned we'd probably leave early for dinner at his private club, giving us the perfect dramatic exit. The day of Catherine's party, I played the supportive daughter for exactly 20 minutes. I complimented the decorations while watching dad's friends circle Catherine's sorority sisters like predators. Then I excused myself to get my date. I made sure to take my time, let the tension build. I even fixed my lipstick in the bathroom mirror like it was a scene in a movie. If dad wanted theatrics, I was about to give him an unforgettable moment. When I returned with silver-haired, impeccably dressed Richard, the entire poolside went silent. Dad was mid-conversation with his golf group, Catherine hanging on his arm in her barely there bikini, when I approached with my distinguished companion. "Dad, everyone, meet Richard," I announced cheerfully, watching dad's face drain of color as he processed Richard's obvious age and expensive suit. Before anyone could respond, I slipped my arm through Richard's and asked sweetly, "What's wrong, Dad? You look like you've seen a ghost. Maybe check your blood pressure." The silence stretched until one of Dad's golf partners suddenly straightened up. "Richard Blackwell, we're on the hospital board together." The recognition hit Dad like a freight train. His face went from pale to bright red as he realized his daughter was dating someone from his professional circle, someone older, more successful, and more respected than him. That's when Richard and I made our grand exit. As we walked toward his Ferrari, I announced loudly enough for everyone to hear, "Sorry we can't stay longer, but Richard's taking me to his yacht club for dinner." My phone started exploding before we reached the car. I've been sending Dad straight to voicemail for 5 days now, though I did text him asking if he had any Viagra recommendations for Richard. According to mom, he's been calling her nonstop, asking if I've lost my mind and ranting about my disrespectful behavior. He can't seem to grasp that I gave him exactly what he's been dishing out. The best part? Catherine broke up with him 2 days later. Apparently, seeing your boyfriend's daughter with someone more age-appropriate than him was a major turnoff. Our relationship might be damaged forever, but watching him squirm when faced with his own double standards was worth every uncomfortable second. Sometimes the only way to show someone how disgusting their behavior is to hold up a perfect mirror.